My bedroom door is pushed open with so much force it slams against the wall. Scrambling to my feet, I drop the book I was reading on the floor and subtly kick it under the bed while I smooth my hands down the front of my dress. My father storms in, followed closely by Juan, his second-in-command, who glares at me from his place at my father's side as though I'm somehow a danger and not them. Invading my privacy is nothing new for my father. In fact, the only time I have an ounce of privacy is when I'm in the bathroom. Even then, if I take too long, or if my father, my brother, or any of their men require something, they will storm in and drag me out by my hair. Literally. "I have guests coming at 6. Get a meal ready. You know what I expect," he demands. "Everything will be perfect," he adds, his voice holding an unveiled threat. I glance at the clock on the wall. It's 4 p.m. Having maids would be a godsend at times like this, but after the last 2 were raped and beaten by his men, word spread around town quickly. Of course, the poor women were disposed of, and their families threatened with the wrath of the Demonio de Elio cartel if they ever spoke of the incidents to anyone. After that, my father decided maids weren't worth the trouble when he had a more than capable daughter he could enslave for free. Swallowing down my anxiety, I nod once and drop my head as I focus on counting my steps in an attempt to ignore the visible tremble in my hands. 3 steps. That's how far I make it before he grabs my already bruised wrist, squeezing it until I wince. His tobacco-stenched breath is hot against my ear, and my stomach clenches violently. I fight to push down the bile when he whispers, "Prepare yourself immediately after dinner. Our guest will be waiting for you." Tears spring to my eyes as I say, "Yes, father," then scurry out of my bedroom. Dinner is 30 minutes late, and the look of ire on my father's face tells me I will pay dearly for my lack of time management. As I place the last of the dishes on the table, my father's guest, a large barrel-chested man with huge arms and a perpetual scowl, smacks my ass. My breath shudders in my chest, but before I can dart away, his beefy hand wraps around my arm, and he drags me onto his lap with a grunt of satisfaction. Bile rises in my throat, and goosebumps smother my flesh as the man clutches my hips in his meaty grip and grinds his hard dick into my ass. The urge to gag overwhelms me, but my father's dark stare, and my brother averting his gaze, has me acting like the dutiful little daughter I should be, and I force a practiced smile onto my lips.